点击订阅，点击小铃铛，点击顶一下。
高提示，提升你的球技与品味。
Hello GolfTip followers, my name is Zen and I'm the Director of Instruction at the Phila Golf Academy. Today we're going to do a 3-part video series about distance, and we're going to use a driver, which is my favorite club in the bag. One of the best feelings for me is to hit the driver as long and as straight as possible, and I think a lot of golfers, if they're able to hit the ball a little bit longer, they would enjoy the game more and they would also be able to lower their scores. Today's tip is about setup. Setup for distance, setup for success. Setup is super important because it leads everything in your swing. You precede everything in your swing with your setup. So because the driver is longer than the other clubs, the loft is quite flat, there's a lot of common problems, I would say, that amateur golfers have when it comes to setting up to their driver. So I'm going to go through a few of these problems right now, and hopefully we can sort it out and allow you to set up a little bit better to hit the ball a little bit further. All right? Number one problem that I see with the setup is the handle. Commonly, golfers tend to set up with the handle leaning away from the target, which is a problem because the ball position is forward in your stance. So when you actually set up, it seems like the shaft is neutral, but actually is not. You can tell from the camera angle. This would be neutral, this would be leaning away from the target. So when this happens, you can see the face is closed, it's aiming left of the target. So during the swing, you're forced to manipulate your club and all kinds of inconsistencies would happen. Not a good way to hit a golf ball, not a good way to start your swing. So what are we going to do? We're going to work on keeping the handle in a neutral position. And I'm going to show you how all of it comes together into one setup drill, but I'll just talk about one more common problem which I see with amateur golfers in their setup, and that is their shoulders. A lot of amateur golfers have their shoulder set up open to the target. All right, so this leads to a lot of problems. It leads to an out to in swing path. It leads to a downward strike on the ball, and that results in lack of distance, a ball flight that goes left to right. A lot of problems, not what you want to do. Okay, so how do we fix this? We're going to do a very simple setup routine which you can do on every drive, which will allow you to set up a little bit better to the ball. This is a drill that Sergio Garcia actually does very often when he sets up to the golf ball. Allows you to be more consistent. You can do this drill in front of a mirror to double check your positions. Very good way to practice. Step 1, place your club behind the ball. All right, ensure that the shaft is in a neutral position. It's not leaning back, it's not leaning forward. It's a neutral position with the club face pointing directly at the target. You will be able to check this because your head now is directly over the ball. You can do this in front of a mirror. A very good way to check that your club shaft is in a neutral position. All right. Step 2, take your grip. Right, you build your stance around the golf club. Now we've set the golf club here. This doesn't move. We build our stance around it. Get into position. Ensure that the club doesn't move. Check your shoulders, and you're good to go. So you're using a mirror in front of you to check your club shaft that is not leaning backwards. It's in a neutral position. You can use a mirror behind you to check your shoulder position to ensure that it's not open, that is square. Once you're in the setup, club shaft neutral, shoulders square, a little bit of spine tilt, you're in a very powerful position to hit the ball. All right, so let's go hit a ball. So set up the club, build a stance around that, get set, and okay, that was a pretty good drive. Set up for longer drives. See you again in the next video. We're going to talk about the backswing, again, how to hit your ball further. Thank you for watching. Keep following Golf Tips and happy golfing.